get started in about a minute or two. Welcome to another live game show where I host and keep score. You play by commenting. Oops. All right. What do we got? We got Javier. What's up? David. Hey. Welcome. We got what? Richard. Hey, Richard. What's up, guys? We got a new game I'd like to try out today. We'll see how it goes. This one might be a little weird. Can't guarantee it'll work, but we'll try it. I actually bought it a while ago for the stream. I think I bought it a week or two ago, but I'd like to slowly introduce them so I can kind of be ahead a little bit. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, welcome to another live game show where I host and keep score. You play by commenting. All right, got a bunch of champs in right now. All right, guys, I don't know if you've heard of the game, but we're going to try it. We're going to try Mad Gab. Do I feel any? No, I feel actually worse. I was feeling better, and then I took a long nap. And then I feel a little worse. And I have a little bit of a headache, but I'm ready to have a good game show. I was feeling better when I first woke up, and then the nap just did not help. I thought it would, but it didn't. That's okay. Yeah, it's okay. All right, guys, we're going to try to play Mad Gab. Mad Gab is where I read a bunch of words. I actually don't know really how to explain it yet. I've never actually played in person, but I understand the concept. Pretty much you guys are trying to guess what I am saying based off of a combination of weirdly closely related words. Oh, I'm already having a technical difficulty. Give me a second. Another technical difficulty. Oh. Sometimes it's hard to have two keyboards. Oh, thank you, David. Rafua Shalom. Shalahma? I don't know how to pronounce that. Thank you, David. All right, guys. Pretty much Mad Gab. I guess I'll just figure it out as we go on how to explain it. I'm going to say a bunch of... you guys are trying to guess what I'm saying based off of these words. All right? We're going to start. First person to correctly guess what I'm saying will get a point on the scoreboard. Sand tackle laws. Sand tackle laws. Sand tackle laws. First person to correctly guess what I'm saying will get a point on the scoreboard. Sand tackle laws. I figured this was going to be a weird one. Sand tackle laws. Sand tackle laws. Sand tackle laws. Santa Claus is correct. Sand tackle laws. Santa Claus. Santa Claus is correct. That is a point for Javier. It's a weird game. We'll try it a few times. Javier, welcome to the scoreboard. As a former champion, you do enter as red. Cool game. Awesome. It's called, how's it called? Sorry. Mad Gab. Found it at a thrift store. I actually bought two because I thought, I don't know. I guess I'm just impulsive. So I bought two versions of it. If you guys don't like it, that is totally fine. All right, we're going to try another one. Canoe, key, pace, he, grit. Canoe, key, pace, he, grit. Canoe, key, pace, he, grit. You guys like it all right? Kanuki Pacey Grit. Kanuki Pacey Grit. This is goofy. Maybe I'll do shorter ones. Kanuki Pacey Grit. Kanuki Pacey Grit. Kanuki Pacey Grit. Kanuki Pacey Grit. This is goofy, guys. This is weird. This is a weird one. Kanuki Pacey Grit. Kanuki Pacey Grit. No. No. Canoe, key, pace, he, grit. I guess. All right. I'm gonna put it in the chat. It was, can you keep a secret? Canoe, key, pace, he, grit. You know what? Actually, maybe. You know what I can do? Actually, why don't I type it into, I'll read it and I'll type it into, you hear it now, Canoe, key, pace, he, grit. You guys know this, the stream's always developing live, especially when I introduce a new one. How about I type the words into the chat and then you guys can see the words. You guys can see the words if I type it in the chat, and then maybe you can say it to yourself out loud. And I think the faster you say it, the more to help. We'll try that. We'll try that. We have fur, stings, first. So we have fur, stings. That's a strings. Well, I have to really make sure I don't spell it right. I mean, spell it wrong. First things first. Hey, that's a point for Javier. Okay. Okay. That's good. That's good. Try another one. First things first. Hey, okay, you guys got that one. That's good. All right, we're going to try it. And you know what I'll do? I will put them in the chat. Yeah, I'm going to put them. Give me a second, guys. I'm having a little bit of technical difficulty. I have an extra keyboard that would make this a lot easier. It should be right over here. Oh, all right. I will just get it in between this game and the next. All right. No problem. Let's move this. All right, we're gonna try another one. And what I'll do is, I think I'll type it in the chat first, and then read it first. Okay. I do have to make sure I spell it right. Okay, some of them are just hard. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do shorter ones to get it started with. Well, so. You think you should say it, give 15 seconds and nobody gets it, put it in the chat. Do you mean put the words, or do you mean put the answer? So, like, for example, this one is soap hour flea, and that would be soap hour flea. Do you think I should? So we have soap hour flea, soap hour flea, soap hour flea, soap hour flea. All right, so say it for a few seconds and then put what it says on the card into the chat, not the answer. Got it. Okay. Soap hour flea. Soap hour flea. Soap hour flea. Nope, it is not so are we. Soap hour flea is correct. All right, David. Thank you, guys. And Richard, too. You agree with David. Cool, cool, cool. We'll try it that way. We'll try it that way. We'll try it that way. David, welcome to the scoreboard. Soulful. David is a returning champion. You are entered in as red. All right, cool. We're going to try it that way. That was good. And, you know, we might have to try a few different ways to see how it works, but you guys look like you're liking it so far, and it's a goofy game, so what the heck? Nobody would even say that in English. I'm not doing that one. The answer was crime of innocence. I've never heard that used in a sentence, so we're going to skip that. All right. Lilac Aid Hog. Lilac Aid Hog. Lilac Aid Hog. Lilac Aid Hog. This is goofy. Lilac Aid Hog. Lilac Aid Hog. Oh, I guess I should probably have that going. Lilac Aid Hog. So close, Richard. Lilac Aid Hog. Lilac Aid Hog. Lilac Aid Hog. Lie like a hog. Oh, it's so close. Lie like a dog. There we go. There we go. Robert Hunley, welcome. We're playing Mad Gab right there. Lie like a dog was correct. All right, Robert, you got it. Hey, Robert, welcome back. Haven't seen you in a little bit. Haven't seen you. We're trying out a new game right now. It's called, I always forget, Mad Gab. We're only a few rounds in. Good to see you back. Oh, yeah. Welcome to the scoreboard. As a returning champ, you are entered in as red. How it's going is I've got to read. You guys have to try to figure out what I'm saying. First person to correctly guess will get a point on the scoreboard. After a few seconds, after like 10, 15 seconds, I will put it. I'll put it in the chat. Helped you out on that. Yeah, you did, Richard. You're listening to the words and just laughing? All right. Yeah, Richard, you were so close. You were so close. Robert came in with the steal on that one. You were so close. I think with this one, we're going to be strict and you're going to have to exactly get it. So, this is good. All right. You guys had a good suggestion, so I'll read it for about 10 to 15 seconds, and then I'll put it in the chat with the words that you guys are trying to decipher. All right. Egg Ranch Howled. 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 Put it in the chat. Egg Ranch Howled. 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 I think if you guys say it really fast on your end, or I'll try to say it fast on my end too. A grandchild is correct. Robert, you're going to get another point. Good job. Hey, Baronator, good to see you're still alive. We're playing Mad Gab. You guys have to guess what I'm trying to say after 15 seconds. Ash, welcome back. Welcome back, Ash. Glad to see you made it. Baronator, I'm glad you're still alive. All right, guys, we're playing Mad Gab right now. Oh, I'm sure you are tired. First person to correctly guess what I am trying to say will get a point on the scoreboard. After 15 seconds, I'll put it in the chat for you guys to have another clue. Ham Aaron's crude arrive her. Ham Aaron's crude arrive her. Ham Aaron's crude arrive her. Ham Aaron's crude arriver. Ham Aaron's crude arriver. Hello. Did the raccoons bite bear? Ham Aaron's crude arrive her. Hammer and screwdriver is correct. Didn't even have to put that one in. There's a point for Dovid. Oh, yeah, Baron. This one's tricky for me to even say. Ash, you were a close second. I would have accepted that typo. All right, guys, we're doing another one of Mad Gab. First person to correctly guess what I'm trying to say will get a point on the scoreboard. It is tricky. It is tricky. Tokyo Rose. Tokyo Rose. Tokyo Rose. This one's pretty obvious. Tokyo Rose. Tokyo Rose. Tokyo Rose. Well, I say it's obvious, but I know the answer, so I guess maybe it's not. Tokyo Rose. Yes, Tokyo Rose is correct. That is a point for Ash. Oh, David, you're a close second. Tokyo Roads. That's a good one. Tokyo Rose. Ash, that's a point for you. Currently in the lead for entering the Hall of Champions. This is a tricky game. I have many, many cards for it if you guys like it. If not, I always buy them on sale at a thrift store anyway. So I usually get my games for between $1 and $3. Like all of the card games, I usually get them pretty cheap. Unless I buy them new, but I try not to buy them new. Just because we go through a lot on this one, and the thrift store by me is hundreds. And so I love to go there. No, Barinator, you got some good friends. Yeah, I spent a lot of time at the thrift store. I even went today just to look for games, but the line was like an hour long, so I was like, oh, I don't know about that. I walked in, realized the line was so long, and I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm too sick to go around touching things, and then I just walked out because I felt bad. I don't want to get anyone else sick. We're going to play another one. Playing Mad Gab. Would Pictionary work on my game show? I don't know if I've ever played Pictionary. I'll look into it. I'll write it down. I will write it down. There's I planned on having another setup, and it's just not going to work with my current situation. And I'm hoping to make it work in the next when I move. I don't know if I'm going to be moving in a few weeks or a few months at this point, though. But I had another setup that was going to use a projector, and I had like 4 games already ready for it. And so unfortunately, the projector just wasn't going to work in this small studio. I try to go live 2 to 3 times a day, 6 days a week, at least 6 days a week. All right, we're gonna get back to Mad Gab, but I wrote down Pictionary. And if it doesn't work on this one, I'll see if it works on the next setup, and I'd like to alternate between the 2 setups. So, moving on to another round of Mad Gab. The first person correct to guess what I'm saying will get a point on the scoreboard. Ask him oak hiss. Ask him oak hiss. Ask him oak kiss. Ask him oak kiss. Ask him oak kiss. Ask him oak kiss. Ask him oak kicks. Ask him oak kiss. Ask him oak hiss. This is hard to do. This on my end. This is fun and tricky. Get that easy. Eskimo kiss is correct. That's a point for Javier. Barinator, you're a close second. Barinator, how'd you sleep? It's good to hear the raccoons didn't bite you. I'm glad. I was really hoping you would pop in today. Horrible. Ha ha! That's I'm sorry. I know exactly what that's like. I'm sure you did. Don't even know why I asked. I don't think I've ever had a good night's sleep hitchhiking. This year I spent a week in the desert. I slept on rocks 5 out of the 7 nights, I think, or however many nights. Most of the nights I was literally sleeping on rocks or concrete. I get it. The most comfortable time I slept when I was on a concrete slab on the side of a gas station. Yeah. All right, moving on to another round of Mad Gab. First person. Correct to guess what I'm saying. We'll get a points on the scoreboard. Thumb, hiss, single, ink. 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 Put it in the scoreboard. Yo, default, we're playing Mad Gab. It is not thumb is tingling. That's a good one. Thumb, hiss, single, ink. The missing link is correct. Hey, guys, if the AC unit is messing up with the audio, please let me know and I'll turn it off. All right, the missing link was correct. That's a point for Robert. Hey, default, welcome back. We're playing Mad Gab where you guys have to try to guess what I'm saying. Richard, thumb is tingling was a close one. I like that. That was a good guess. All right, the missing link. Robert, you're at 3. This is a tricky one. Oh, I'm sure your brain is fried, homie. It's a fun adventure to hitchhike. It's not a healthy adventure by any means. Horrible sleep, horrible diet. But man, it is fun. All right, moving on to another round of Mad Gab, the first person to guess what I'm saying. Ash, I'm glad you think so. We try to keep this environment fair, fun, and family friendly. Awesome, Barinator. Moving on to another round of Mad Gab. Weed, heap, hole. Weed, heap, hole. Weed, heap, hole. Weed, heap, hole. Yeah, thank you, Dovin. I agree. It's a good time on this channel. Weed, heap, hole. We need people. Ooh, that's close. That's close. We the people, Robert. What, Robert? You make this game? Doing great. We the people. Ash, you were a close second. All right, moving on to another round of. Do you guys like this game, by the way? What are you guys thinking of this game now that we're a few rounds in? Ash, you like it? Okay, that's good. Yeah, it's challenging. It's something new, too. Hey, Josh the Great, welcome back. We're playing, Dovin, awesome. So hard for me to answer. You're laughing too hard. Okay, good. Robert, I'm sure you like it. You're destroying. Oh, Richard, I'd be horrible at this game. I'm so glad I'm on this end of the stream for most of these games. I'm not even going to lie, dude. I like strategy board games. Some card games are... I love card games. I make them, but I struggle with this. It's a fun one. All right, we're going to play another round of Mad Gab. First person to correctly guess what I'm saying. Look at the points on the scoreboard. Bees load who anchor. 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 No, Richard, no. I'd be at the bottom of the scoreboard. Bees load who anchor. Bees load who anchor. Put it in the chat. Bees slow to anchor is close. Bees load who anchor. Bees load who anchor. Bees load who anchor. Bees slow to anger is correct. It's a point for Dovid. Josh, we're playing Mad Gab right now. We're playing Mad Gab, and that's where I say a bunch of weird words. I say a bunch of words that sound closely to what I'm trying to say, and you guys have to guess. I guess you guys have to just guess what I'm trying to say based off of words that are similar to the actual sentence. All right, we did that whole card. All right, moving on to another round of Mad Gab. First person to correctly guess what I'm saying. We'll get a point on the scoreboard. Bay Camp Outer. Bay Camp Outer. We have Bay Camp Outer. Bay Camp Outer. Baking powder is correct. Point for Barinator. Gotta have Barinator scoreboard. Barinator. Welcome to the scoreboard as a returning champ. You are red. Ash, you're in the lead for entering the Hall of Champions still at 1 point, but that's not determined. It's not determined till the end of the stream. Baking powder was correct. All right, moving on to another round of Mad Gabs. Yeah, my brain isn't completely fried. There we go. You're just gonna say bacon power? Bacon power? Oh my god, that's funny. Bacon power. All right, moving on to another one. We've caught to believe. We've caught to believe. We've caught to believe. We've caught to believe. Rhino, welcome. We're playing Mad Gabs. You got to guess. First person to guess We've got to believe is correct. That is correct. We've got to believe. That's my superhero name, Bacon Power. Robert, we've got to believe. Baronator, you're a close second. Oh, you all had it pretty much. Nice. Robert, you got it first. Robert, you're at 5. Oh, that AC is bad for my stuffed nose. Alright, that's going on anyway. Alright, doing another round of Mad Gab. Ache, ham, rub, hug. 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 My new favorite superhero. Ache, ham, rub, hug. Is mayonnaise an instrument? A camera bug. That's another point for Robert. You're at 6. Anything's an instrument if you drum on it. Moving on to another round of Mad Gab, the first person. Bacon rub. I'm sorry, Rhino. What did I forget? Moving on to another round of Mad Gab. First person to correctly guess what I'm saying, I'll get a point on the scoreboard. End he yen rained ants. Man, anything's an instrument if you drum on it. End he yen rained ants. End he yen rained ants. End he yen rained ants. Indians rained ants. No. Indian rain dance, yes. Oh, Robert, you got it. Richard, you're a close second. Indians rained ants. Yeah, that's a funny answer. Robert, you got it. That went threw me off. That makes more sense. Yeah, I love Mad Gab. This is great. Oh my god. All right, it looks like it looks like we have a new game to play on this show, and it's working well. Well, I'm glad. I was hoping it would work. I didn't know until, of course, I don't really know until I try. I did buy 2 versions because they had a lot of cards, so there's hundreds of cards for this game. I think I've actually only about half the games I've bought for this game show. If I even actually made it on the show. I opened a game this weekend, 3 minutes before starting to stream, and I realized immediately it wasn't going to work. So that kind of sucks, but it's okay. It's like everybody caught your giggles. It's fair enough. All right, playing another round of Mad Gab. First person to you missed Battleship. We play Battleship. I don't play it every stream because sometimes if there's too many people, it's hard to play. Yeah, fair enough, David. You win some, you lose some. And I've almost never had a game go to waste either because I usually strip the components because I make board games, and so it's nice to have the extra pieces. And then sometimes I can use the cards for motivation for other card games I make, or inspiration, not motivation. So I've yet to actually buy something that was a total waste in one area of my career for games. So it's good. All right, moving on to another round of Mad Gab. Sorry, I'm gonna have to look at the box until I remember what we're playing. We have not chose, not chose, not chose, not chose, not chose, not chose. Nachos is correct. Josh, oh, you make them? Yeah, I've been making games on and off for 7 years. It's I fully committed to it I think 2 years ago. Javier, you get the point for nachos. Well, we'll do a Guess That Balloon in a little bit. Rhino, if you're still around. My first time ever making a game was about 7 years ago, and then 2 years ago I fully committed to it. So. All right, moving on to another round. Oh, actually, speaking of sponsors, this show is sponsored by. All right, moving on to another round of Mad Gab. First person to correctly guess what I'm saying. We got a point on the scoreboard. Taken down, nap egg. Taken down, nap egg. Taken down, nap egg. Taken down my leg. Taken down, nap egg. Taken down, nap egg. Taken down, nap egg. I almost just read the actual one. Taken down, nap egg. I'll put this one in. Taking a nap. No. Close, Richard-ish. Taking down a peg, Robert. Robert got it. Taking down a peg. Oh, thanks, Barinator. Robert, you got it. You're at 8. Oh, Robert, you're destroying it this game. You love it. Robert, have you ever played this one before? You're doing great. I think Javier said he's played it before. I've never played it. This is my first time. All right, playing another round of Mad Gab. First person to guess what I'm saying, I'll get a point on the scoreboard. We shy worth hair. 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 That's cool, Robert. Wish I was there is correct. That is a point for Witty Macaroon. Hey, Witty Macaroon, welcome to the scoreboard. We got a new player. This is a live game show where I host and keep score. You play by commenting. I do have to make sure I spell your name right. Witty Macaroon, it looks like this is the first time you've earned a point on this game show, which means congratulations. I'll be entering your name into the Hall of Fame, where once you enter, you never leave. You're the 166th person to earn a point on this game show. One person you're now in the Hall of Fame. One person is entered into the Hall of Champions every single stream, and that's whoever has the most points who's not already in there. The red names are former champions, whereas the people with black, written in black are competing. Try to win one on Battleship, that did not go too well. Oh, so you... Oh, well, welcome back. Welcome back then, Witty Macaroon. Welcome back. You're finally on the Hall of Fame. Congrats. Good to see you again then. I'll remember you the next time. Moving on to another round of Mad Gab. First person to guess what I'm saying, I'll get a point on the scoreboard. Hit Sun Ow Bulk Hauls. Hit Sun Out Bulk Hauls. Hit Sun Ow Bulk Hauls. Hit Sun O Bulk Hauls? I'm going to put this, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. Hit Sun Ow Bulk Hauls. Hit some out bulk hauls. No, hit Sun Ow Bulk Halls. I'll put it in the chat so you guys can see what I'm trying to say. I don't know if I'm pronouncing ow right for some reason. O? Is it O? Oh, it's O. It's O. Hit Sun O bulk hauls. Like O someone. Hit Sun O bulk hauls. Oh, good. Oh, cool. I'm glad Just for Fun Fishing still streaming. I checked out one of his the other day. Well, replay. Hit Sun O bulk hauls. Guys, this is going to make my pronunciation in general so much worse. Hit Sun O bulk hauls. 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 Hot some vocals. No. Hits an O bulk hauls. Oh man, no. Hit Sun O bulk hauls. Hits on oboe calls. Hits on oboe calls. Hits on oboe calls. Yeah, tricky one. Hits on oboe calls. I think maybe I'll put a minute on each one. Maybe I'll put a minute on each one. I do have this that I'll start. It's an oboe calls. I'm going to make sure that this is actually a minute and not 30 seconds. So I'm going to time that, leave that there for a second, watch it go out. All right, I'm going to, it's an owl call. Hits on O bulk hauls. I'm going to go ahead and say done. Oh, Anastasia's back. Hey, Anastasia, welcome back. Hopefully you can join another time. Guys, it's a noble cause. Anastasia, former champion. Hope to see you another time. Thanks for popping in and saying hi. Hits on O bulk hauls was it's a noble cause. All right. We added a new game. It's called Mad Gab. Game did. What do we got? Yeah, so this is about a minute. I actually need more than one now that I realize that. Give me 1 second. All right. How many seconds is this? Sorry, guys. Developing stream. Let me see how long. I think that one's 30 seconds. All right. Moving on to another round of... Moving on. Yeah, that one was weird. Moving on to another round of Mad Gab. My short-term memory is not. My long-term memory is a lot better than my short-term. Oh, right. We did those. First person to correctly guess what I'm saying will get a point on the scoreboard. We have Pete Suck Rust. Pete Suck Rust. Okay, that one's Pete Suck Rust. Pete Suck Rust. Pete Suck Rust. Pete Suck Rust. Pizza Crust is correct. That's a point for Baronator. Robert, you're a close second. All right, moving on to another round of Mad Gab. The first person to correctly guess what I'm saying, or Pete. First person to correctly guess what I'm saying, I'm going to point on the scoreboard. Oh, perfect. I have 2 timers that are a minute. All right, I'm going to start timing these a minute from when I say it the first time. All right, we have Deep in Quinn. Deep in Quinn. Deep in Quinn. Deep in Quinn? Deep in Quinn. Richard. Deep in Quinn. Deep in Quinn. The Penguin. Deep in Quinn. Dipping Queen. Robert, you got it. Moving on to another round of Mad Gab. First person to guess what I'm saying will get a point on the scoreboard. All right, we have Annie Merchant C. Annie Merchant C. Annie Merchant C. Annie Merchant C. Annie Merchant-C. An emergency would be correct. That is a point for Javier. You're at 5. We have Witty Macaroon 90 and Ash in the tied for entering the Hall of Champions. And we do use my screen to break ties. Just for fun, I said hello. Tell him I liked the game he played the other day. I checked it out. It was kind of cool. All right, another round of Mad Gab. First person to guess what I'm saying, we're going to point on the scoreboard. I am not feeling better. I'm feeling pretty much the same, but with a headache. So I would not say that that's better. Um, but that's okay. We're playing. We're playing Mad Gab. First person to correctly guess what I am saying, we're gonna point on the scoreboard. All right, we have Haste Ran Dub Hurls. Haste Ran Dub Hurls. Haste Ran Dub Hurls. Hello, just for fun fishing, Mom. Anastasia, I slept most of the day today. I felt like most of the day until I got on stream. Haste Ran Dub Hurls. Yeah, I took the morning off and I just stayed in bed for a lot of today. Yeah. Haste Ran Dub Hurls. We're playing Mad Gab, first person to quickly guess what I'm saying, but I do appreciate the concern. I have been trying to rest. Oh, tomorrow I don't think I'll stream. If I do stream, I'm only gonna stream once tomorrow. Haste Ran Dub Hurls. 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 Haste Strand Dub Pearls. Haste Strand of Pearls. A strand of pearls. A strand of pearls. Robert, that's a point for you. All right, that's a good one. All right, we're going to finish this card and we're going to switch up the game a little bit so that we don't burn it all by tomorrow. Paris. Oh, that is actually the end of that card. All right. We're going to play Justifiable Thoughts. Justifiable Thoughts is always a fun one. You guys seem to like it a lot. Justifiable Thoughts is where I have you guys name something starting with a certain letter. The letter changes every round. Name something you would hate to bathe in, starting with the letter B. Name something you'd hate to bathe in, starting with the letter B. Beer. That's a good answer. I would hate to bathe in beer. Beans. Butter. Oh, you guys all had great answers. Just for fun fishing, Mom, you got it with beer. Welcome back. Good to see you back. Welcome to the scoreboard. Bacon. I don't know if I'd hate to bathe in bacon because I could eat it. But I would not bathe in bacon. I mean, I'd maybe consider doing it once in my life to say I've done it. And then I definitely have to take a real shower after. Richard, same. All right, guys, moving on to another round of Justifiable Thoughts. First person. Oh, wait. Yeah, sorry, I have you guys name somebody. Sorry, I have you guys name something starting with a certain letter. The letter changes every time. First person to have a justifiable answer. I'm going to points on the scoreboard. Name something you could wear as a mask, starting with the letter M. All right, Rhino, on a technicality, as soon as I said M, I realized I should have chose a different letter. Rhino, as a technicality, you're not wrong. So I'll give you the point. I should have picked a different letter as soon as I said M, and I'm like, mask. Right, Rhino, welcome to the scoreboard. That one was too obvious. My bad on that one. Monkey milk carton money. A monkey would be an uncomfortable mask. Name something you have to turn off, starting with the letter S. Oh, stove is a good one. Let's go for Baronator. Got to give Just for Fun Fishing Mom the point. So far, we have Ash, Witty Macaroon, Just for Fun Fishing Mom, and Rhino are all tied with 1 point for entering the Hall of Champions. You do have to turn off the speaker, sprinkler, state. They're all good answers. You got to turn them all off. All right, moving on to another round. Name something you would hate to run into at a cemetery, starting with the letter G. A gravestone, a ghost, Ghost is a good answer, but I guess if you actually ran into the gravestone, that would actually suck too. So I'll give it to you, Ryan. That's justifiable. I would hate to run into a ghost. Uh-oh, Rhino. Currently in the lead now with 2 points for entering the Hall of Champions. A groundhog. Ghoul's a good answer. Name something that has feathers, starting with the letter P. A giraffe. A pigeon. Point for Richard. Richard, scoreboard. Oop, I almost used the wrong marker. My apologies. As our former champion, you're entered in as red. Guys, I'll have you know the stream is always developing, and I have so many plans for this stream. I just am limited on when I can implement the plans. Alexander Ortiz Rivera, can you play? Welcome back. You can play as long as you comment, of course. I remember you. Welcome back. All you got to do is comment to play. Anybody can play as long as you're family friendly. Anybody can play as long as you keep it appropriate. All right, Baronator, go fight that raccoon off. Defend your apple or your dumpster. I'm just teasing Baronator, by the way. Him and I have, oddly enough, a hobby in common that everybody else finds insane, but him and I both find incredibly fun. All right, moving on to another round of justifiable thoughts. Name the worst place you would... Name somewhere you would hate to find a gorilla, starting with the letter T. Richard, I would agree with that. A little bit. Hate to find a gorilla in a tree. Yeah, if I'm walking through a park, I look up at a tree and there's a gorilla in there, I'm going to hate that. Robert, you said the toilet. Hey, Alexander, just so you know, we're playing Justifiable Thoughts, where I have you guys name something starting with a certain letter, but the letter changes every round. Just for fun, Fishing Mom, you're going to get the point for tree. I love these answers, so I'm going to read them. Oh, I would hate to find a gorilla in the toilet, Anastasia and Robert. You were right about that. A telephone booth. Desert even. Oh, my God. Welcome back. Oh, man. All right, moving on to another round of in the trash in the trunk. Oh, my God. Hey, fair enough, Baronator. I hope you had a good trip. Hope you got some good miles in, some fun stories with some strangers. Name something ugly you could find in somebody's front yard, starting with the letter L. A lawnmower, a light, a llama. Lawnmowers are ugly, and especially if somebody has a run-down lawnmower. I'll give that to you, Robert. Somebody just had a rundown lawnmower. It'd be pretty ugly. All right, fair enough. Baronator, welcome. And yes, just so you guys know, your sentence or your word must start with the letter. Oh man. Moving on to another round of what are we playing? Oh, justifiable thoughts. How do I word this? Name a funny ransom request that doesn't involve money, starting with the letter P. Name a funny ransom request, starting with the letter P. Pencils. You jump started yourself. All right, Robert, that's a point for you for pencils. PJs, we got pearls. What is pentacle? Oh, pentacles. Okay, pentacles would be a goofy one. If that's what I think it is, isn't that like a necklace? Isn't a pentacle a necklace? Yeah, pentagram as a necklace is a pentacle. That would be that'd be a goofy one. All right, who said pencils? That'd be Robert. It's a fun one. Man, I really need to find my cards of letters. I'm gonna take a note real quick. Sorry guys, I have to. It'll be a lot easier for me if I have a stack of letters that I can hold up and you guys can see the letters because I'm trying to avoid some letters because they sound close to another one. So I'm gonna take this note and I'll try to find it. I'll put that note right there. All right, continuing on. PJ's as quick as I. That'd still be a weird one. Name something you shouldn't put on a postcard starting with the letter M. Name a picture you shouldn't put on a postcard starting with the letter M. Richard, you just say me? Oh, come on. I can't give you a point for that. Richard, I'm sure people would love to have you on a postcard. Come on. I can't give you a point for that. Just for fun fishing, Mom, you said milk. Richard, you should put yourself on a postcard. I'm not giving you a point for that. Love yourself, brother. Just for fun fishing, Mom, you get the point for milk. Fair play. Money. Yeah, you should definitely not put money on a postcard because they're not in an envelope. So you definitely get somebody. Somebody would probably take that out. That would have been a good answer. All right, just for fun fishing, Mom. Oh, just for fun fishing, Mom. You're currently in the lead with 3 points. All right, moving on to another round of justifiable thoughts. I'm glad you guys are liking this game. I'm really liking it. Name something that isn't smart, starting with the letter D. A dog. A lot of people claim that dogs are smart, but I don't. So, Richard, I'm going to give you that point. I mean, relatively speaking, to them, there's some dogs that are smarter than others, but I don't know if I would consider them smart. I mean, it's relative, right? An ant is smart compared to a rock, but a dog's not very smart compared to a human. I'm sure a lot of people disagree, but I'm going to give the point to Richard. I'm not saying they're dumb, but they're definitely not. Also didn't grow up with dogs, so I don't have too much experience with them. Name a reason you should not get married, starting with the letter H. Just for fun fishing. Mom, holla everything. It's not over for another hour. Hate. Ooh, if you hate them, you shouldn't get married to them. Some people do marry people they hate, believe it or not. Harassment. Ooh, Anastasia, that's a good one. Alexander, some dogs step on their own poop. Yeah. All right, it's going to go to hate. Robert, I agree. You should not. Hate would be a bad reason to get married. Fun fact. My grandma married my grandpa because my grandpa's brother told her no to going on a date. So that was her idea of revenge. I found that out a few weeks ago. I thought that was kind of funny. No wonder they had a horrible marriage. All right, moving on to another round of justifiable thoughts. Name something that should not be in an art gallery, starting with the letter S. Oh, Richard, I guess that's a common story, huh? Oh, man. A snake should definitely not be in an art gallery. I'm thinking a live snake in an art gallery. Rhino, you're going to get it. Rhino and Just for Fun Fishing Mom, you're both tied at 3. Stairs, Sphinx. Save. Stuff. Just no art galleries ever. Anything. No art galleries ever. According to Robert, we just get rid of all art galleries. You should not have stuff in an art gallery. Get rid of them all. It's funny. Oh, technical difficulty. All right, moving on to another round of justifiable thoughts. Where would the worst place to build a mansion be? Starting with the letter R. A river would be great. On rocks. Good answer too. On a roller coaster. Robert, you got river. Richard, you're a close second. Yeah, I used to love playing video games, but I might get back into them maybe one day. Maybe when I'm where I want to be in life. But until I'm where I want to be in life, I'll never touch one again. It's kind of how I am with a lot of things, though. But I have more fun making them than I do playing them. Just kind of same with sports. I never really watched sports, but I always enjoyed playing them and stuff. There's a couple I kind of enjoyed watching here and there, but nope, I do not have a Switch. All right, guys, we are actually a couple minutes over the halftime break. I usually like to go on the halftime break about 55 minutes in. There's about a 5-minute range right in the middle of that where I like to start the halftime break. Sorry, Rhino. All right, guys, we are going to take the official halftime break of the show at the start of the air horn. Nope, at the start of the gong, the 5 minutes has begun. At the start of at the sound of the air horn. Oh my God, I'm out of it today, but that's okay. We're going to keep going. At the start of the gong, the 5 minutes. At the sound of the gong, the 5 minutes has begun. At the sound of the air horn, the 5 minutes is over. I do keep a stopwatch on me to respect your guys' time. Man, being sick is fun. I feel like I'm playing Mad Gab. I'm playing Mad Gab over here. All right. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's not starting yet. I have to make sure that I actually have my stopwatch. Okay, now it's going to start. I'll be back. it's Shannon. I host the games and keep score, while you play them by commenting. If you would like to support the channel and enter the Hall of Supporters, my Cash App is Shannon1742. My PayPal and Venmo are mindfuldiscovery@yahoo.com. These should be pinned in the comments. If you are interested in any of the games played on this show or the props used, I have affiliate links in the description. I earn a commission for each product bought at no extra cost to you. Another way you could show support is by purchasing my book, Beyond Solitaire, 52 Unique One-Player Games. This is a book on learning the rules for 52 solitaire-type card games with various levels of difficulties, chance, and skill. I wrote detailed instructions for new and experienced players to be able to learn these games, along with setup pictures for examples. Beyond Solitaire, 52 Unique One-Player Games is available on Amazon as a paperback book and on the Kindle store. It is also enrolled in the Kindle Unlimited program. We have a minute left in the break. Who will enter the Hall of Champions tonight? The three key principles for this game show: we want to be fair, we want to have fun, and we want to be friendly. I personally want to thank this community and everyone in the Hall of Fame for helping develop this positive game show experience. All right, break's over. Yeah, Ryan, I don't have a Switch, but I'd like to advise you be very careful who you talk to and befriend on the internet. Not everybody's nice. So please be careful out there. All right. Continuing on. I don't even know if anyone's back from the break. So we're going to kick it off with Guess That Balloon. First person to correctly guess what I'm making within 2 guesses will get a point on the scoreboard. Uh-oh, technical difficulties potentially. Are we good? Are we live? Yeah, what's going on? Give me a second, guys. All right, looks like we're live, right? Are we live? You guys, on my computer it says waiting for the stream to begin. I'm not sure. Can you see us? Can I see you guys? Can you see us? No, now I can. Oh, now I thought you meant in person. Yeah, okay, that was really weird. I was confused about the question. My bad. Can I see you guys? Like, wait, can I? Am I supposed to? Oh man, maybe it's 6. Hoot. All right, cool. We're live. We're live. Awesome. That was weird. Yeah, it was just the computer was frozen. And it said the stream was waiting to start. That was goofy. I meant when you see after I read it out loud and laughed, I realized what you meant, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm my goofy self. Like, am I supposed to be able to see? Yeah, on the screen now I can see you guys. Sorry, my brain's kind of fogged today. Hey Johnny Biz, welcome back. The first person to correctly guess what I have made within 2 guesses will get a point on the scoreboard. He got this little dude, he's done. Yeah, Rich, that was a blunder on my part. First person to correctly guess what this is. It is not a bubble. It is not a bubble. They're green in real life, but only 2 guesses per point. I think everybody actually used their 2 guesses who's currently here. We have dog and mouse. Mouse is close, but it wasn't quite it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It is a turtle, Richard, but it was your 2 guesses were out. Your 2 guesses were out. So I can't give the point out. We got to be fair because he said dog and mouse. Fair is fair. We'll move on. All right. We're actually going to go back to the other card games because they're more fun. You got it, Richard. But all right. Continue on. Fun, fair, friendly. Yes. Fun, fair, friendly. Wow. Fun, fair, friendly. You know, we'll do one more. We'll do one more Guess That Balloon. We'll do one more Guess That Balloon. One more Guess That Balloon. And then we'll move on. I do have one more stream today, an hour after this one ends. First person to correctly guess what I'm making will get a point on the scoreboard. This might be too small. Or perfect. All right, he's a little guy. Tail's pretty accurate on this one. It's a mouse. Mouse is correct. All right, there's a point for Richard. All right, we're going to move back on to the other game. Richard, where are you? Down here. All right, we're going to move on to justifiable thoughts. This is where I have you guys name something starting with a certain letter. First person to have a justifiable answer will get a point on the scoreboard. Name something you would hate to find in an outhouse starting with the letter H. Oh, man. Technical difficulties again. Bummer. Give me a second, guys. Here we go. My laptop's pretty old, so I think it's starting to go. I'm going to have to work on that. Maybe clear some memory. All right, name something you would hate to find in an outhouse, starting with the letter H. We got hat, horse, hornet. Ooh. All right, let's see. Johnny, you said a hat. You would hate to find a hat in an outhouse, huh? Can that be justified? I could imagine a few scenarios where a hat, like if there's a hat with blood on there or something, or other things, like I don't know, I'd be pretty uncomfortable like camping in the woods. I walked in, there's a bloody hat or something. I'll give it to you, Johnny. You guys had a lot of good answers. Johnny, welcome to the scoreboard. All right, moving on to another round of justifiable thoughts. You're welcome. Name a weird flavor. Never mind. I'm not going to do that one. Name something that would make a bad... Hold on. How do I word this? Name something that would make a bad paddle for ping pong, starting with the letter B. Ping pong is table tennis. A bike. Johnny, I'll give it to you there. Butter. A bowling ball. Oh my God. A balloon could definitely make a bad one. Johnny, you'll get the point for bike. Got a bowling ball. A bunny. Oh, that's cruel. Name something you should not put in the freezer, starting with the letter C. A car? Oh, yeah. I'm going to give the point to you, Robert. Name a weapon you could use against a zombie starting with the letter T. Toilet. You could use it. You could use a toilet if you could use a toilet as a trap. If it comes in, breaks a string, the toilet could fall on it. You could throw a toilet off a roof onto a zombie. All right, Robert, you got it for toilet. A taser. I don't know if a taser would work. I don't know if a taser would work. Why is there not any movie ever that's ever tried to use a taser? A tank would be great. All right, guys, we're gonna move on to another one. Name something that would not help against a zombie, starting with the letter D. D. Dirt could help. A tool. I'm gonna give it to dolls because dirt. Just for fun fishing, mom, you had dirt. John, you had dirt second. Dirt could definitely help because if you had enough dirt, you could make walls, and if you had enough dirt, you could trap the zombie. If you had like a dumb truck of dirt and then you poured it on a zombie, don't ask me how it's possible, but I mean, like same with like you could use dirt. There's a lot of ways you could use enough dirt. Doll, I don't think a doll would help you against a zombie. A doodle would definitely not have worked, but Richard, I'll give it to you for dolls. Dipping sauce would not have definitely not help you against a zombie either. I could definitely see scenarios where dirt could. All right, guys, we're going to go back to Mad Gab. First person to correctly guess what I'm saying. I'm going to read the scores. Amongst the former champions, we have Javier as 5, Dovid 3, Robert 16, Baronator 3, Richard Green 4. Amongst everyone else competing to enter the Hall of Champions, we have Ash 1, Witty Macaroon 91, Just for Fun Fishing Mom 3, Rhino 3, Johnny B 2. That means Rhino and Just for Fun Fishing Mom are tied at 3. All right, we're going to move on to Mad Gab. First person to guess what I'm trying to say, we'll get a point on the scoreboard. By Kraut. We have by Kraut. Actually, I think this one will be by Kraut. By Kraut is correct. That is a point for Robert. Moving on to another round of Mad Gab. First person to guess what I'm trying to say, I'll get a point on the scoreboard. Indeed Hall Cows. 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 This is Mad Gab. First person trying to correctly guess. Hoghouse is kind of close. Indeed Hall Cows. In the doghouse. Indeed Hall Cows. In the doghouse is correct. Indeed Hall Cows. Robert, you got it. I think we found Robert's favorite game. Moving on to another round of Mad Gab. First person to guess what I'm saying, I'll get a point on the scoreboard. We have 35 minutes till the champions announced. Rot into thick ore. 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 Rot into the core. Point for Robert. So, Johnny, how Mad Gab works is I have these cards that have these saying or these words on them, and you're trying to guess what I'm trying to. You're trying to guess it. The answer you see on the top is for the other one. So, for example, Annie Merchant C. If I say Annie Merchant C, the answer is an emergency. Oh, you know? Okay, cool. I just didn't know if you knew how to play or not. Moving on to another round of Mad Gab. The first person to correctly guess what I am trying to say will get a point on the scoreboard. Annulled him eight's whole who shun. Annulled him eight's whole shoes. Well, that is a tongue twister. Annulled him eight's whole who shun. Annulled him eight's whole who shun. We have annulled him eight's whole shoe shun. This is a tongue twister, these last three. Annulled him eight's whole who shun. It is not horseshoes. I'm definitely putting a timer on this one. Oh, actually, I'll put it in the chat too. Annulled him eight's whole who shun. Annihilation. Oh no. Annulled him eight's whole who shun. An old hymn dungeon. Nope. Annulled him eight's whole who shun. Annulled him eight's whole who shun. An illusion. Ooh, that's good, but no. An old inmate's illusion. Oh, excuse me. Hello, Miss Moonlight. Welcome back. I believe I've seen you before. We're playing Mad Gabs. First person to correct guess what I'm saying. I got a point on the scoreboard. Annulled him eight's whole who shun. Moonlight, I'm pretty sure I've seen you before, but you're not on the Hall of Fame yet. Annulled him eight's whole who shun. And all he hates is an illusion. Nope, time is out. Hey, Olive, welcome back. An ultimate illusion. That one was a tough one. I hold no solution. Ooh, that was close. That was a tough one. That was I think the hardest one we had on here. Oh yeah, we have another point. Moving on to another round of Mad Gab. The first person to correctly guess what I'm saying will get a point on the scoreboard. Chess stink ace. 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 Just in case is correct. That is a point for Robert. Moving on to another round. Oh, Javier, you were a close second. Moving on to another round of Mad Gab. First person to guess what I'm saying will get a point on the scoreboard. Stirring beak he knee. Stirring bikini. Stirring bikini. Stirring bikini. I might have said that one pretty fast. Stirring bikini. String bikini is correct. That's a point for Robert. Not saying we're giving them away too directly. Oh my god. Limb picky fence. Limb picky fence. Limb picky fence. First person to guess what I'm saying will get a point on the scoreboard. We are playing Mad Gabs. Limb picky fence. Olympic events is correct. Olive, you were close. You were close. Robert got the point. Olive, you were close. Moving on to another round. of Mad Gap. First person to guess what I am saying, we got a point on the scoreboard. House Mind arriving. 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 How's my driving? All right. How's my driving is correct. And I did say earlier we were going to go exact. Robert, you were close with how is my driving, but how's my driving is exact. And earlier, and I've said a few times on the stream that if I change the rules, I don't implement it until the next time. So I'm going to be mindful of that. But how's my driving was correct, and that would be Olive coming, who actually got it. First, Olive, welcome to the scoreboard. All right, so now I guess this is now one of the other very strict games on here with some of the most strict rules. Password is still probably the most strict. Give me a second, guys. That's weird. Yeah, Olive Cumming is a player on this show that apparently nobody else can see. Weirdly enough. Javier said Javier couldn't see Olive either. But Olive is on here, and now I went to go look at the channel activity. And the first thing you've ever said on this channel is LOL, do you see me? It was one of the first things you ever said. So that's kind of creepy. So we're playing against a bot. It's not a bot. They are commenting. I'm a ghost, apparently. Yeah, I'll show you guys. I will show you guys. It's kind of in a weird scenario we've had recently. Not sure what's going on. It's been getting you last few games. Olive, don't know who you are. Oh, that's a black screen. I'm realizing I can see it's clearly not plugged in. Yeah, it's a weird one. Robert, can you see Olive? Do we just have a ghost here? But as you guys can see, I'm a ghost apparently. We have Olive. Robert, you were close with how is my driving, but it was how's my driving. Olive got it here. You don't see her or him. I don't know if it's I don't know who it is. None of us know who it is. Well, welcome. Either way, this is why we use my screen as a tiebreaker. It's a ghost. It'd be funny if it wasn't even a real account. Maybe it is a ghost. Technology, this world's weird. Moving on to another round of Mad Gab. First person to guess what I'm saying, I'll get a point on the scoreboard. Ache loot toothy pus hole. Ache loot toothy pus hole. Ache loot toothy pus hole. Have a good one, Olive. Ache loot toothy pus hole. I see what's going on. I see what's going on. Olive, it looks like you made an inappropriate comment before, and so I had to put you on the block list. However, the last few streams that you have been here, you have had a really good attitude. You've been very fun, fair, and friendly to everybody. So I'm going to take you off of it after the stream so everybody can see you. Welcome back. I am very lenient with mistakes. Well, I'll say it again in a second. We all make mistakes, and it looked like you had said something inappropriate before that made me block you. However, you've been very appropriate, so welcome back, and I hope I'll figure that out after this stream, but welcome back pretty much. I don't know if you're still here or not. However, it's good to see. This is why I'm lenient, because some people can come in and say inappropriate things, and then after they learn how the show works, after they see how the show works, sometimes they change their attitude, come back. No, it was a comment. It was a comment that was made. I agree with the username's a funny one too, but it was a comment that was actually made as well. All right, we are going to move on. Sorry, I will start that one over. Ache loot toothy puss hole. 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 Ache toothy puss hole. I'll put it in the chat. Ache loot toothy puss hole. Hole. Puss hole. Ache loot toothy puss hole. A goofy one, huh? Ache loot toothy puss hole. It was a clue to the puss hole puzzle. All right, moving on to another round of... That was a hard one. Moving on to another round of Mad Gab. Loot toothy puzzle. Moving on to another round of Mad Gab. Do one more card. Should be about 4. That was hard. That was hard. First person to guess what I'm saying, I'll get a point on the scoreboard. We have Harry Moofer. Harry Moofer. Harry Moofer. Harry Moofer. Harry Moofer. Hair remover is correct. That's a point for Robert. Moving on to another round of Mad Gab. I Haven Axe took rind. I Haven Axe took rind. I Haven, or is that heaven? I Heaven Axe took rind. Guys, this is hard. I Heaven Axe took rind. I have an axe to grind. That is a point for Robert. Man, these are tongue twisters. Moving on to another round. All right, Richard. Oh, was that your answer? You have a question? That makes sense. Moving on to another round. Moving on to another round of Mad Gab. First person to guess, so we'll get a point on the scoreboard. First person to guess what I'm saying. Weak arrow bow chew. 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 Yeah. Weak arrow bowel chew. We care about you. Thank you, Robert, for getting that one. I'm struggling with these. We're moving on. This is tricky. All right, we're gonna go back to justifiable thoughts. Justifiable thoughts. How much time do we have? About 20 minutes. Actually, we're gonna play a round of. Actually, we don't have a lot of people in, so we're gonna go back to justifiable thoughts. Robert is destroying this game. I agree. Name somewhere you don't want to find a cockroach, starting with the letter P. A plant pot. I'd agree with that, especially if it was indoors. Point for Richard. I wouldn't mind finding someone in a puddle. Name a bad place to throw a party, starting with the letter P. Police station. I'll give it to you there, Richard. That would be a horrible spot to throw a police or a party, a porta potty. Parents' house, depending on your parents, it can be really bad. Police station, definitely be the worst place to throw a party. Wow. Wow. Can you imagine doing like a tailgating party at a police station? Name something you'd be disappointed to find in a treasure chest, starting with the letter B. A body? Richard, you're going to get that. Bird poop butter? Oh my god. Could you imagine opening a tree? Could you imagine with metal detecting and you find a treasure chest and there's just butter in there? That's great. Oh my god, that's great. I like this game a lot. Butter me up. Ooh. Name something that would be hard to do if you were morbidly obese, starting with the letter F. F. Flee, as in like run away. Yeah, that would be hard. Javier, you're gonna get that one. Where are you, Javier? There, 6 points. Fight. Oh yeah, fight would be hard. Flip. Hey, Plastic Fantastic, welcome back. Welcome back. We had a new game today. It's called Mad Gab. We're not playing it right now, but you guys had some good answers. Fight. Be fit. It would fit into anything would be pretty hard. Oof. I brought a briefcase to a meeting and lost my job. What was inside of the briefcase, starting with the letter P? puppy. Plastic fantastic. Playboy magazine would definitely, depending on the job. You know what? I would say a puppy. At first, I was like, people love puppies. And I'm like, yeah, but if you shove it in a briefcase, people love puppies. That would be bad. Robert, you're getting the point. Name something purple starting with the letter C. I don't know if I could do this. Are there purple cows? I have to Google this. Are there purple cows? Yes, there are real purple cows, though they are rare. All right, let me see an image of this. Whoa! What? These can't be real pictures. Is this serious? What? What's going on here? Wow. Okay. Well, Robert, you get the point. Google's AI said they're real and rare, and I cannot trust those pictures for the life of me on Google Images. All right. Didn't know that. Yeah. I did not either. Yeah, did not know about purple cows. Robert just said, wait, really? I'm double checking now. Oh, hold on. Oh my God! It is very unusual coloration. It's very unusual coloration. It's believed to be genetic in origin, but no precise explanation has so far been put forward by scientists. Only one previous case is currently known: an adult purple cow discovered in Florida in 1948. There has been apparently, and this is not a deep dive. I normally like to dive deeper. Oh, and then somebody else said there's been a few purple cows. Wow. You said it, Robert. Yeah, that's a good guess then. My God. Probably had a mohawk too. Wow. I don't know who's more surprised that you got the point for cow. All of us or you. You probably said cow and felt goofy, and then you got the point. This is a good game. I like this. Oh, my God. I was working on another game I tried to do on stream, and it was Guess That Animal based off of the sounds and stuff, but I didn't finish it. That one was a lot of work. I'll add it eventually, but it was a lot of work finding audio files that are not copyrighted. But this one's good, and I'm just making stuff up off the top of my head. I'm just pulling ideas off of different card games I don't use for the show and just coming up with the questions on the spot. So I'm glad you guys like it. And we just learned about a purple cow in Florida. What's the quickest way you can ruin your day, starting with the letter M? Starting with the letter M, what's the quickest way you can ruin your day? Getting mugged. Oof. You're going to have to give that one to Richard. Yeah, money could really ruin your day. Being mad could ruin your day, too. Richard, you're getting that one for getting mugged. And mugged is a horrible way. Guys, we have 10 minutes left. Just for fun, fishing. Mom's in the lead with 3. Rhino followed by I'm sorry, tied with Rhino at 3. Johnny, you're at you have 2. Olive has 1 and Ash has 1. All right, guys, we're going to do a quick round of... Good, I'm glad you think it's funny. This has been a fun... This is a fun, funny game show. Some of them. It's a possible back-to-back tiebreaker. Yeah, I've already thought about what to do for the tiebreaker if they're not here, because I don't want to add 2 people to the Hall of Champions, because it's already getting a lot to manage, and I added it once, and I didn't like that I did 2 people. And so I only want to do 1. And so if they're not here, we're consulting the Divine Toilet for the next champion. If there's a tie and the people are not here. Otherwise, if there's a tie and one person's here, they're probably just going to get it. Because if the other person's not here to defend the spot, but one person is here to defend the spot, well, almost guaranteed to give it to them. But if neither of them are here, it's Divine Toilet. What does the toilet do? I'll show you real quick. I don't think you were here when I added the Divine Toilet the other day. This is a game, and the toilet. So this is actually a very fun game. I'm gonna have to put it in the description after this show because this is a super fun. Believe it or not, this game is so fun. Me and my friends, we're all in our 20s and we love playing it. What happens is you roll a die. You can put it here and you flush the die out. The die has 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 on it. However many times you roll it is how many times you get to flush the toilet. How many times you flush the toilet, and once it pops up, so like if I rolled a 3, it'd be 1, 2, 3. The next person will roll a die. They roll a 2, it'd be 1, 2. Next person rolls. That's not a real poop in there. It's a fake poop. And then pretty much the first person to catch it without it touching the ground gets a chip. And then once all 10 chips are handed out, whoever has the most chips wins. It's actually a very chaotic game. It's fun, but Shan's too good at it. Yeah, I dive for this thing. I will bleed for the turd. So that's what the toilet does. So what I've done for ties before with the Divine Toilet, yeah, Javier's poopy jump scare. Yeah, Javier's a really, really good friend of mine. He's been over a lot to play it. What I've done before to break ties is if there's 2 people who are tied, or I've even done this, like I'll just accept the first 2 answers from somebody. And I'll go back and forth saying like first answer, second answer, first answer, second answer, first answer, second. And so I guess in the event of a tie, it could be first person, second. Oh, second person would have gotten it. Give me a second. I lost the turn. I bought it at a thrift store for a couple dollars. I actually bought it for a gimmick. Excuse me. Oh. I bought it for a gimmick because I thought it would be funny just to bring this to a game night, and then it actually ended up being very fun. So I'll have to actually put that down in the... All right, continuing on, Turd Burglar. We're going to play a quick round of... What is this called? Battleship. I'm so sorry, guys. I forgot to reset the board. This shouldn't take me long. All right, how a battleship works is I have a bunch of ships hidden on my 10 by 10 battleship grid. The first person to hit that part of the ship will get a point on the scoreboard. You guess by pairing a letter with a number. The letter can be between A and J, and the number can be between 1 and 10. The columns are numbered left to right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the rows are lettered top to bottom, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. The first person to hit that part of the ship will go to points on the scoreboard. Oh. You'll have as many guesses as you'd like. 1 guess per comment. Go ahead and begin. All right, I reset something. I'm not going to accept too many answers because we're near the end here. And I hope. All right, done. Only accept the answers above when I said done on my screen. Let's go ahead and see what we've got here. We've got A5, miss, B5, hit. D5, hit. Oh, I'm sorry. That's a point for Javier and a point for Richard. Javier, you got the hit with B5. Richard, you got hit with D5. I just got to even good points. My apologies. Continuing on. C5, miss, F5, hit. That's a point for Robert. D5, hit, but it was already a hit. R7, invalid, must be between A and J. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J are the letters. A7, miss. G6, miss. C4, miss. H5, miss. K9, between J is the highest letter. You can go E5, miss. H4, miss. 510 is a miss. F5, hit, but it was already a hit. A4, miss. G5, miss. H5, miss. J6, miss. H10, miss. I6, hit. That is a point for Richard. J6, miss. J5, miss. J7, miss. H1, miss. G9, miss. A10, miss. J10, miss. H1, miss. That was a fast one. 4 points for giving out. All right, we've got about 2 minutes left. Let's continue on. We're going to do Tribon for the last couple minutes. Tribon is where I give you guys 3 things. The first person to tell me what these 3 things have in common will get a point on the scoreboard. First person to tell me what... Oh, we did that card. King, Hermit, and Fiddler have in common will get a point on the scoreboard. King, Hermit, Fiddler. Crab is correct. That is a point for Javier. Went on to another round of Tribon. First person to tell me what these 3 things have in common will get a point on the scoreboard. Squash, tennis, badminton. Squash, tennis, badminton. Sports that use rackets is a point for Javier. All right, Johnny, we have another one in about an hour and 5 minutes from now. Come back. I'm sure you'll get on the Hall of Champions eventually. Moving on to another round of Tribon. The first person to tell me what these 3 things have in common, I'll get a point on the scoreboard. We have year, comic, scrap. Year, comic, scrap. Book is correct. That is a point for Plastic Fantastic. Welcome to the scoreboard. As a former champion, you are entered in as red. We have time for one more. Moving on to another round of Tribon. The first person to tell me these 3 things have in common, I'll get a point on the scoreboard. It's the last round. Cuba, Ireland, Gilligan's. Cuba, Ireland, Gilligan's. Cuba, Ireland, Gilligan's. Island is correct. That is a point for Robert. And that would be time. All right, I'm going to read all the scores. And we're going to have to break the tie, I believe, for the champion. Amongst the former champions, Plastic Fantastic, you have 1. Javier, you have 9. David, 3. Robert. Robert, you have 29 points. Marinator 3, Richard 10. Amongst everybody else competing to enter the Hall of Champions, we have Ash has 1. Witty Macaroon has 1. Johnny has 2. Olive has 1. And now we have a tie, and neither of them are here, but we have a tie of 3 points between Rhino and Just for Fun Fishing Mom. I don't know the best practices for what to do when a tie comes, and I don't want to add them both, and I don't want to add no one. So we're going to consult the Divine Toilet, and how the Divine Toilet is going to work is we're going to put the turd in, and I'm going to go back and forth between their names, starting at whoever's top. Personal, best, awesome. So, Just for Fun Fishing Mom was on the board first, so we're going to start with her name and then go to Rhino's and then back and forth until the toilet speaks. We have Just for Fun Fishing, Rhino, Just for Fun Fishing Mom, Rhino, Just for Fun Fishing Mom. And it looks like Just for Fun Fishing Mom, the toilet has spoke. Just for Fun Fishing Mom, you are going to get the toilet point. You're going to get the toilet point. I know she's not here, but she'll hopefully be happy to hear. So, to announce the winner of this show, we have Just for Fun Fishing Mom. Well, the entrance to the Hall of Champions would be Just for Fun Fishing Mom. Robert Hunley, you got 29. You got the most points on the scoreboard this stream. Congratulations, and congratulations Just for Fun Fishing Mom, even though you're not here. I know how bad she wanted to be on the Hall of Champions with her husband. She got it. The turd hath spoken. I agree. Plastic, fantastic. Robert, you killed it at Mad Gab. Did absolutely great. Guys, that was good. I don't think anybody joined the Hall of... Oh, yeah, Witty Macaroon 90 joined the Hall of Fame. And Just for Fun Fishing Mom. Join the Hall of Champions. Guys, that was a good one. That was fun. I'm glad you guys liked Mad Gab. I'm really glad you guys are liking Justifiable Thoughts as well. In 1 hour from now, we will be starting the next stream 1 hour from now. I'm going to make sure and get off and eat some dinner, so hopefully I have some energy for it. I'm going to do it either way, though. Guys, that was fun. You popped in Just for Fun Fishing and told them? Awesome. That's awesome. Good. I didn't even think about doing that, so thank you. I like that. I'll wait till I saw him next, but no, that works perfect. That's great. That's great. All right, guys, as always, that was a very fun stream. And I will be back in 1 hour. I'm going to go ahead and end it there, and I'll see you guys in about an hour. Oh, I agree. It is better to know. Thank you for letting her know. All right, see you guys soon.